Recording in progress.
Dear colleagues, dear friends, many thanks to colleagues Olha and Yevgeny for the opportunity to speak at your forum conference and to warmly greet you from the Faculty of Education, Masaryk University in Brno. I also thank them for translating my presentation into Ukrainian. My name is Petr Kachlik, and I work at the Department of Special and Inclusive Education. I am a physician. I teach special education students the basics of medical disciplines, an example, pediatrics, psychiatry, neurology, addiction, hygiene, and epidemiology. I deal with the issue of pathological addictions and their prevention in various population groups, especially in children, youth, and youth adults. I also focus on students' lifestyle and the risks related to the pedagogical process. In its own way, school is a risky environment for both teacher and students. Well, please, I share my presentation. On this slide, you can see 4 attributes of health: physical, psychic, social, and spiritual. This is a holistic concept or model of health. The most serious risks include transmission of infection, lack of movement, overwork, addictive behavior, social pathology, distress, inappropriate nutritional and drinking regime, increased incidence of allergens, and other factors. Transmission of infection. It helps low level of personal hygiene. Basic habits from home are missing. High concentration of people, limited space. Neither the teacher nor the students are hermetically separated. Inappropriate microclimate in classrooms. Insufficient level of ventilation. Sick students often continue to go to school, just spreading the infection. Low awareness of prevention. Lack of movement. In Czech children population is higher incidence of overweight and obesity. Fear of physical education, performance evaluation, risk of bad grades, frequent excuses and exemptions. Children do not experience the joy of movement. Mostly sedentary activity at school, in clubs, and at home. Children have an essential need for movement, but this is greatly influenced by the family's lifestyle. The basic for a higher risk of the so-called civilization diseases is created already in childhood. Overwork. Fatigue is a physiological phenomenon, but overwork is pathological. Great pressure on performance, lack of time, quantum and encyclopedic data, little teaching experience, not respecting the performance curve, child's neuroticism at home and at school, family crisis. The school cannot fully replace the influence and education of parents. Occurrence of syndrome child abuse and neglect can. Pathological addictions. Alcohol and tobacco are illegal for children and young people. We recognize addictive substances of a material nature and behavior that contain signs of addictions. An example, pathological gambling, netomania, internet addiction, shopholism, compulsive shopping, bankholism, addiction to remote control of banking services, eating disorders, nervous bulimia, anorexia, cult addictions, alcoholism, addiction to work, youthholism, effort to preserve youthful appearance and characteristics. There are also other risky types of behavior at school: bullying, cyberbullying, stalking, child crime, lies, running away, truancy, prostitution, promiscuity, suicides, completed and attempt, self-harm, Khan syndrome, racism, and xenophobia. Stress. Stress is a pathological reaction of living organisms to stress situations and threats to their existence. It has form fight or flight. Long-term and unresolved stress weakens the organism and increases the risk of civilization diseases. There are a risk of the emergence and serious worsening of disorders and the holistic concept of health. A person is also at risk of death, exhaustion, immune failure, dysregulation. Necessary effective defense and prevention, assertiveness training, application of mental hygiene. Nutrition. Many Czech children have high energy content. Some biologically valuable elements are missing. Children consume sugar, salt, flavorings, synthetic dyes, and preservatives in excess. Antioxidants, fiber, calcium, potassium, and magnesium, water are missing. Children eat less than 3 times a day, often don't eat breakfast. Dinner is often very rich, followed by sleep and sedentary activity. Preference for salty and sweet foods, fast food. Allergization. The school is not allergic friendly. Problems are solved only ex post. This is not prevention, not clear prevention, but only prophylaxis. The incidence of allergic children is increasing. 1 in 3 has problems. Teachers practically do not know or know only insufficiently about the principles of lay first aid. Selection of materials and building equipment rarely consulted with experts, allergists, ergonomists. Low and firm level of cleaning in classrooms. Deteriorated living conditions, dust, smoke, inversion, transport, industry. Solutions. It is necessary to know the risks and their mechanism of action on human health. Apply appropriate preventive measures. They are long-term but effective when well implemented, but it costs an investment, finances, time, patience, community persuasion. Cooperate with parents, physicians, and other professionals. Pay more attention to children, their behavior, problems, signals of call for help. Establish a relationship of mutual trust. Solve problems in a timely and comprehensive manner as a team. Dear colleagues, thank you for your kind attention.